This morning, a story of redemption and reinvention. DeWitt Gilmore saved himself from a life of crime when he discovered a hidden passion for writing. The books he penned behind prison walls are now breakout hits. And without even realizing it, he's writing a new chapter on how authors rise to the top. His pen name seems a natural. His hero is Hank Aaron, and he is relentless in his drive to succeed. I caught up with Relentless Aaron at his corner bookstore.
1 for 10, 3 for 25, folks. I write them, I publish them, and I sell them.
If you're looking for truth in advertising, you've come to the right place, right here at 34th and 7th in the heart of New York City.
Best-selling author, Relentless Aaron. We accept all major credit cards.
There is no one more relentless than Relentless Aaron. DeWitt Gilmore is a writer with a certain knack for getting people to stop, talk, and walk away with a book.
Hi, how are you?
You talk to people as they approach you like you've seen them before and you know them. It's unbelievable.
Actually, I've seen so many people in the past 3 years. It's like a blur.
Relentless is no stranger to intersections. It wasn't long ago he stood at a crossroads in his own life. He was convicted of check cashing fraud and sent to this prison in New Jersey.
I decided, I think when they slammed the gate, that I decided what I was going to stand for in life and what I wasn't going to fall for.
That jail door closed and a new world opened up. DeWitt put pen to paper and began writing about those things he was most familiar with. The gritty, deceptive underworld of the city streets and life behind prison walls.
So what'd you like about the book? What drew you in?
It was real. It was real. It had real places, times, people. You know, it was about people growing up in the hood and stuff like that. I grew up in the hood, but it wasn't that bad.
Relentless Aaron's work is part of a growing genre known as street lit. It's often called hip-hop fiction.
It's a good book. I loved it. I finished it in 4 days. Wow, good. Alexis, you have the machine?
These stories about street life are sold on the streets, on the sidewalks, and in the subway stations of urban neighborhoods. And in this internet age, writers are getting online to self-publish and self-market. Relentless Aaron's website gets as much traffic as this New York City street corner at rush hour. This one-man marketing machine and savvy salesman made some money early on and made a life for himself and others. His company now employs a small army of book dealers.
I'm able to put my kids through private school, and I'm able to employ other people. You see, I have women that work here that love the books as well.
And he learned firsthand a life of crime is really no life at all.
You're a creative, smart guy, but you just had applied that to the wrong thing.
But that's the same thing with so many people that are in prison.
But this isn't the end of the story. Like his books, DeWitt's personal tale is a page-turner with unexpected and unconventional twists and turns and unlikely relationships.
His characters were real and honest and gritty and in your face.
Monique Patterson is a senior editor at St. Martin's Press, part of the long-established commercial publishing world. She saw street lit rising and went into urban neighborhoods to see who readers were talking about.
A lot of what is popular now was first popular on the streets, before the mainstream publishers ever became aware of it. This is why I have to go to the street vendors and say, what's the hot new thing?
The big-time publisher and the self-made man teamed up. Now with a 14-book deal and a 6-figure advance, their relationship could mark a turning point in how street lit is published and marketed.
I think he's going to go to the top. I really do. I do. He's got the talent, he's got the chops, he's got the drive, all the makings,
It is a delicate dance between the two, a collaboration with latitude. Relentless doesn't want to be limited by the corporate way of doing things.
Oh, I still love to be with people. Because I was away for a while. So this is kind of therapy for me.
Monique strives to limit her editing.
I think that you can't take it and try to make it into something that you think it should be. It has to be that kind of pure product that the street is responding to.
And this convergence of the mainstream and the street brings us to hip-hop music. The book world, like the music industry, is unsure how to define street lit and is having a hard time figuring out who to place on bookstore shelves.
No, it's not literature, it's fiction.
Marva Allen is president of Human Bookstore. She's made room for early street lit authors, but chooses carefully from this new wave.
They're all the same to me. You know, you read one, you've read them all. They offer no literary advantages, and you know, it reinforces that you can misspell words and still write a book.
But even the most skeptical have left room for exceptions.
I think the rise of street fiction is synonymous with the rise of hip-hop, and now we've got Kanye West, so, you know, maybe.
Whether street lit is a fad or a fixture, or whether Relentless Aaron becomes the Kanye West of hip-hop fiction is anyone's guess. There is nothing more subjective than the definition of success. But there is no denying Relentless Aaron has earned his name.
Say it all together now. Relentless.
Yes, and how you define literature seems very subjective as well.
Sure, he really does seem relentless. What a character.
He is, and what is interesting is the relationship now between this publishing house and Relentless. His books this fall will be in bookstores like Borders and Barnes & Noble. He will remain on the street, and they've given him the allowance to do that. So it's going to be a very interesting relationship as it moves forward.
You know, it's taking this current trend for these no-holds-barred memoirs, but it's upping the ante because this is very pure in its form.
And publishers will have the challenge of screening those who are online self-marketing and self-publishing and deciding who deserves that contract, that big book deal. We'll have more news coming up here. Stay with us.
Come on! God showed me the way, now the devil can't break me down. Between the girls and the jewelry, the devil try and lure me. If you or me, Jesus walks with me.